Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me, everybody? Sound testing, testing. Yes? No? Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me? Oh. All right, I think I have sound now. Yay! I'm on my own today doing this. Well, kind of on my own. I have a tiny little bit of technical help, but I'm preparing for being on my own and doing this restream thing. So, you know, I got to get used to doing this on my own, and it's weird. Welcome. It's Monday, the 29th. How are you guys today? Ross, cheers. Hello, Leanne. Thank you for joining. Kathleen and Michael, if you're still here, if you went through the sound thing and are still with me, hello to you guys as well. Cheers. I'm having Jameson and ginger ale today. Are you guys having a beverage? Is it 5 o'clock? What time is it? It is 5. Oh, duh, because that's what time I go on. What did you guys do today? I'm going to be the restream master. I don't know about that. I tried to use the fancy microphone, and that is what it was not working. So I'm just using the webcam features on Cory's computer right now. He has gone to the store. I went to the grocery store today, you guys. Can you believe it? The tortoises need lettuce and carrots, so I had to go. This is my first time going to the store in 3 months. Yay! That's right, you are in the future, Ross. I forget, you're 2 hours ahead. I'm all discombobulated because I worked today, so time goes much faster. All of a sudden it was 5 o'clock and I was like, oh, I'm doing this on my own today, huh? Actually, yesterday, Cory left, and then I hadn't quite prepared for the fact that he was leaving, so I didn't do a show because I wasn't ready to do this. And then he ended up coming back. So he helped me a little bit. I got a 20-pound bag of carrots and a case of romaine lettuce. I don't wait around for customer service, so I just kind of dart in, and I know where the produce is in the back, so I just dart into the back, grab my case of lettuce, and then book it out. So my visit was very short, except for the line, because there's dots that you stand on, and so I had to like find the end of the dots with this giant case of lettuce on my shoulder and a giant bag of carrots in my hand. But I eventually found the end of the line, and then hopped the little dots as we got called up. So yeah, that was interesting. My first time at a grocery store in 3 months. Good thing I love those tortoises. I do have a bale of hay, which they could survive on easily, but they don't like hay. They're very spoiled, so they were not going to have it. I get weeds sometimes from next door from Janine, but we pretty much harvested all the weeds, so they took all those. Hi, Worthy. Hold on, let me see here. So weird doing this by myself. Yeah, I've only been really caught one time, and the guy didn't really say anything to me. But, you know, I've gone in the past, and it takes 17 years for someone to get me a case of lettuce. I know where it is. It's right by the door, right as you go into the cooler. They always put it in the same place in every Smart and Final. I used to go to North Park, and now I go to the one closer to my house. So I just pop in, grab it. The one guy just kind of looked at me like, but you know, I would just be like, oh, they told me to just go back and grab one. So, and the bag of carrots is by the counter anyway, so, you know. It's weird seeing the set from this angle. It looks a little more messy from this angle. This is behind the scenes stuff that you guys aren't supposed to see usually. All the wires and cords and camera equipment. Did you work today, Ross? Are you back at work, or are you guys still experiencing System of a Down at your work? Hold on, I need to. Gotta yell at Kurt, tell him to get on here. There he is! Kurt, I was just saying, are you watching? I'm doing this by myself. I need help. Melissa! Hi, Melissa! I'm on my own tonight. It's not nearly as fun when it's just me blabbing. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Kurt, you missed it. I went to the grocery store today. First time in 3 months. Went to Smart and Final. Had to stand on the dots. Oh, that's good, Ross. Yeah, it was down for like 2 weeks, wasn't it? Sorry, I need to sit up taller. I'm short. Janine! I'm by myself today. Since some of you guys are just joining me, Cory left yesterday, which is the reason we didn't do a show, because I wasn't prepared to do a show by myself. And then he's still here, but he had to go do some errands, so I'm practicing doing this by myself. When we first went on, I had no sound, so he was kind of like hidden over here, trying to help me get the sound. So I'm on my own. Oh, did you, Leanne? Yeah, I love to perform. Leanne, you guys was just saying that she saw another side of me, that I did the Drag King show stuff that I do. Well, I figured it out with Cory's help, Janine. He was kind of off to the side here. Yeah, I love performing. I actually am in the theater. I haven't been on stage in a while, but I do some other performing stuff. So yeah, I love to perform, and I want to start doing it again. I was actually going to start doing it again, but then all this stuff started happening, so it kind of got postponed. Oh yes, there were the go-go days too, Ross. Janine. So Cory is going to be gone soon on his trip. He actually left yesterday, but ended up coming back. So I was thinking maybe one of these evenings, I'll bring my iPad over to your house and you can be a guest star if you want. Would you like to co-host with me? That'd be super fun, don't you think? If you're up for it. Because Kurt will never do it. So that's out. Cory is working on fixing his car, Janine. I think he has something else that he needs to do before he can officially leave. Kurt, maybe you're going to be helping him out. I know, Kurt. Can you believe I went to the store? You know me, when I get something in my head, I must do it immediately. So I was like, all right, I'm going to the store. I'm doing it. I don't work tomorrow. I'm not leaving the house tomorrow. So I'm like, all right. The tortoises are going to be mad at me if they have to eat any more weeds. They like to have lettuce, so I went to the store. Yeah, Janine, I was thinking that we could maybe like do it like out on the patio and maybe down mid-level or something, down in the second level, because that would kind of cut down on any activity up there and maybe activity down there, and we can just sit out on the patio and have a little conversation. That'd be super fun. I'm off tomorrow, so I was going to message the crow and see if he wants to jump rope or work out, and maybe you and I can chat about doing the show together tomorrow night, if you want, or a couple days from now, whatever you would like. Here I'm just using his, I'm on Cory's computer using his webcam, but I think if like when he was gone the first time, I just used my iPad and it seemed to work out all right. I don't think I'll be able to cart the fancy lights down, so we might just have to rely on natural lighting. Did you guys see this? Yes, I did see that they were working down there. I was going to say, oh no, the weeds are going. A lot of the good weeds, though, are up by the peach tree. So if those are still there, I might come over tonight and grab some. How long will you be? I'm not sure, Janine. I'm usually given a range of dates. I'll be back between this time and this time, so we'll see. I kind of figured I would be doing it myself today anyway, so I was planning on using my iPad, but I couldn't do the restream thing from my iPad, I don't think. So the only way I can restream is to go to both of them is if we're doing it here in front of the computer. So with my iPad, it might just be a Facebook show, you guys. Ross, Kurt, you might have to watch us on Facebook. Sorry. Finishing your sentences. Oh, thank you, Kurt. I didn't get what you meant at first. I know, we should show the peach tree, Kurt. All the peaches are gone. All the apples are gone out front. It's crazy. They're like, all of a sudden, they're all ready. And then they're all gone. But yes, Janine, I would love to do that if you want to. Peach, I think it's James and the Giant Peach, right? Me too. And you know, James does live next door. James and the Giant Peach. I love that show and book. Cheers to all of you who have just joined. I'm drinking Jameson and ginger ale. What else? No, what, Kurt? I know, it's so fun, Janine, when all the fruit's there, you're like looking at it, and you're like, oh, and then it's gone, and you're like, oh, I want more peaches. I still have a bunch frozen in the fridge though that you gave me for, animal peaches. I'm gonna give that to the girls when it's really hot, and I think they will like to peck it because it's iced. No, I don't think she has a grapefruit tree. They have a lemon tree and a mandarin orange tree, right, Janine? And an avocado tree. We had little peaches. James and the thousands of mini peaches. Oh, I love grapefruit, Ross. There's a neighbor up the street from us, which I stalk that tree like crazy because they pick them off there and they leave them in bags. The grapefruit are delicious. Um, Kurt's hand sanitizer smells like grapefruit, uh, which I love, except for I'm never prepared for it, and I'm like, I smell like grapefruit. Yeah, Janine, I have some avocado trees that might outgrow their container, so you might have to plant them over at your house so you can have a little avocado grove. Ah, yes, dwarf tangerine. I really like all fruit. I don't think there's really a fruit that I don't like. I mean, I discovered pineapple makes my mouth numb, like fresh pineapple. Ooh, I can't clunk on the desk like that. It makes everything shake. I know, dear. You know me and my sense of smell and hearing and everything else. Yeah. Kurt, are you going to come on the show with me while Cory's gone? I'm going to need a guest star. James! Hello, James. If I was like advanced enough, I could have some sort of guest star, like on a little screen. I mean, like on a window here or here. Oh, maybe I'll FaceTime somebody and I'll just hold them up like this and we'll just chat like this. That seems like it's about my speed. That'd be cool. Whoa. Yeah, I have probably 6 in a long container, and they're almost as tall as me now. I know that's not very tall, but you know. Don't look at the new digs. It's messy back there, James. That's the stuff you guys aren't supposed to see. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I don't know how that works, Janine. Uh, I might have to get Cory to help me with that from behind the scenes. Maybe we could put like the chat over here or something. Well, technically, James, Cory is still here. He actually left yesterday, right at around 5 o'clock, and I wasn't really prepared for him to leave, so didn't know what was happening. So I wasn't prepared to do the show, and then all of a sudden it was like 4:50, and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing the show. So he left, but then I was having car issues, so he came back. So technically he's still here. He just he helped me get this started today, and hopefully eventually I will be able to do this on my own tomorrow, if he leaves tomorrow, whenever he gets his car fixed. Let's see here. Hold on, Ross says most people have 5 senses. Derrol has like 9. Yeah, and it's a problem. I would like to turn off about 7 of them. If you do Facebook thing and it's not on YouTube, I won't see it. I don't do Facebook. Oh, sorry, Lynn. Well, maybe I'll try to see if we can figure it out. Or maybe I can figure out some trick. I don't know. I'm not the technological one in this house. It is Cory for sure. I don't know if I would have been this far today if he had not helped me out. We tried using his microphone that he usually uses, and there was no sound. So we had to turn that off, and we didn't know we were live while he was helping. And he's like, ah, crap, I'm in it. Yeah, Janine, I got to read up on that. Because there's some grafting that you have to do, which I can do. I do know how to graft. But I just need to read up on how that works. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't. Or if that's some sort of myth I heard. I've never actually had one grow to this size before. So I'll research that, because I do know how to graft. Maybe it could be a situation where we cross-graft yours when it gets bigger. I should do that. I'll hold up somebody on FaceTime. It won't be Kurt because he refuses. So I have no idea what the next couple days are going to be like on here. So you guys will just have to stay tuned and hope for the best. I try not to bother him very much when he's on vacation, especially with technological issues. I think one time I didn't watch TV for a good 5 days because I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, I'm not going to bother him. Hi, Auntie. I'm by myself today. Cory is getting ready to leave on his trip, so I'm going solo. Yeah, Leanne, I'll try to figure out that when he comes back tonight. I'll ask him if that's something I could do from the iPad, because I don't see why not. Oh, look how cute Rhonda is. Wait, where is she? Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Come say everybody. Come here. Say hi to Kurt. So you guys, Rhonda was obsessed with Kurt for quite a while. Immediately, when he would come over, she would jump right into his lap. But when the quarantine happened, she had to sit in my lap. So now Kurt's a little jealous because she splits her time between the two of us. Hi, Auntie. I hope I get to see you soon. I don't know about my main trip yet. Right, James? But that was 3 days. This could be potentially a week. And then I was super low tech. I mean, I'm even more high tech now because I have his huge lights here. Before I just had one little lamp posted up right here. Great friend. Good thing everything is. Yes. Yeah, it was a bummer that he had to come back. Kurt. Rhonda. I'm surprised she's not over here standing in front of me right now. Because she woke up and... Maybe I'll do a project or something one of these days with you guys too. I did a little bit of wire art last night. That was super fun. So maybe I'll do something like that. Leanne, I will, since you don't have Facebook, maybe I'll message Pat and have her let you know which way. I'll text her and let her know if I'm going to be able to be on or not. So maybe she can let you know. I'll try to let you know a day before Janine and I. Well, if Janine and I do the show tomorrow, we'll let you know. Ross needs another drink. What are you drinking? You could do Monday, Wednesday, Friday to keep it minimal. I could probably do a show with you on Friday. Cool. Yeah, I kind of, it will depend on my work week. Last Friday was kind of crazy at my work, so Friday might be a situation where I bring my iPad with me to work, and when I get out at 5, do a show from my car. I'll probably do a show every day still. It might be boring. Hi, Angela. Cory is going camping, Auntie. It felt weird not to do a show yesterday. It's the first day I haven't done a show this whole time. So it felt really weird not to do it. But it was also nice. I kind of just hung out and I put my phone in the drawer and did a whole bunch of chores. Tried to stay off my phone. Stayed off my phone till 9 o'clock. I was like, I need to get off social media. I need to stop looking at the phone. I did have the TV on, but that was just a program while I was doing chores. I can't do Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thursday or Friday. Okay, maybe Thursday, because I'm guessing that's kind of a slower day, and I'll probably only work till 2 or 3. So maybe we could meet up before that and kind of chit-chat. Yeah, I'll do that, Leanne. I'll text Pat and let her know. It sounds like Janine and I might do a show on Thursday, so tentatively, that's when we might do it. Oh, no, James. I don't mean while I'm driving. I do not touch my phone while I'm driving. People that are on their phone when they're driving, or even at stoplights, drive me insane. You're in the car, put your phone in your pocket. That's why there's traffic that's so bad, because people sit at a stoplight on their phone, and then they're like, oh, and put it down. No. I just meant sitting inside my car after I left work. Yes. I will tell him that, Auntie. Yeah, he left yesterday. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself to everybody, but Cory actually left yesterday for his trip and then was having car issues, so he ended up coming back. So hopefully he has everything fixed and we'll be able to go back on the road. It's weird though, because I'm trying to read both things because YouTube comes up over here and Facebook is kind of over here. James, maybe I'll hold you up on the iPad and you'll do the show with me one of these days. You're entertaining. We can have fun. Oh, yes, James. I'm all about safety first. I'm kind of a stickler for that kind of stuff. And I can be annoying about it. It goes along with that 9 senses that Ross was talking about me having. Yeah, I hope it's fixed too, Auntie. It was sort of like a stalling situation when he was going up the hill. I don't really know what that means. I think it might mean the blinker fluid needs to be refilled. Pretty sure that's what it is. Right, dear? Or is the catalytic converter? Kurt loves it when I fake car talk. I've been so lazy. Instead of using... Oh, because you guys can't see this on Facebook, I'm going to read you what Ross said. He's back. I've been so lazy. Instead of using my blender, I've been putting ice in a glass, pouring in tequila halfway, and filling the rest with margarita mix. Oh, yeah, that's totally the way I would do it. Who wants to wash the blender all the time? Blinker fluid. You know, when I was in high school, a guy actually tried to tell my boyfriend that in an auto store because he had him pegged for, you know, not knowing his car stuff. And Someone actually tried to pull that, so I've always thought about that. When alcohol needs to be in my veins, ain't nobody got time for a blender, Ross says. Right? Ross, did you see the post I tagged you in on Facebook? I know you don't go on Facebook very often, but you were actually at Janine's house in the post that I tagged you in. What do you mean, Kurt? It's not embarrassing at all. I refill my blinker fluid on the regular. I don't know, Auntie. I'm not sure. He said he fixed some stuff today, but we didn't really talk about what it was before he left to go to the store. So I'm not sure. Kurt might know. Blenda. I know what you meant, Ross. Whatever it is, it needs to be fixed before he gets out in the woods with no reception. Because last time, when his tire popped, and he messaged me, he was out in the middle of the woods, and I never heard back from him for like 2 days. And I was having a panic attack. Because Pat was with him too, his mom, and I was worried about both of them. More so her, because, you know, out in the woods with a popped tire. But I worry. I don't see it. I deleted the app off my phone because, oh. All right, I'm going to super technologically advancedly show this to you. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? I'm trying to cut the glare down. You probably can't see what you're holding. Do you remember that? I do, but I'll let Cory tell the story. Oh. Oh, now it looks like super white. I would love it if he would call me every night and say that he's fine, but he probably won't do that. I always think of the worst possible scenario first, and then I kind of work my way back. So, yeah. Oh, you could see what it was. Yeah, it was an apple. Ross carved that over at Janine's house in 2015, 5 years ago. Remember when you made the apple swan, Ross? That's what it was. That popped up in my Facebook memory. Yesterday, I think. But I was like, oh, how was that 5 years ago already? Yeah, Lynn, I constantly worry about everything. Kurt was just telling me the other day, you can't worry about everything in the world. But I can't not worry about everything in the world. I would love to be able to just shut off part of my brain and not have to worry about stuff all the time, but I can't. I worry all the time. I know, Janine. Can you believe that was 5 years ago? And James and I actually, that was the other post that went with that, Janine. James and I became friends on Facebook 5 years ago. I was like, how the heck has it been 5 years? Gary! I'm by myself. No Cory today. Sorry. I know. My sister commented on that picture, Ross, saying, oh, the kids are going to love you if you can make all this fun stuff. And then you went and made sushi with them, so that was cool. Hey, Gary. Cory left on his camping trip and then came back. But I'm still doing the show by myself. He got me all set up on here so I can talk to you guys. Are you okay with just me, Gary? You're not going to switch it off because Cory left? That would be fun, Janine. I'm doing okay, Gary. It's weird to be by myself because it's not as entertaining when Cory and I are together, you know. I always feel like it's not quite as fun just listening to me. But he might do some stuff from the road. I don't know how that's going to work. We haven't really talked about it yet, but once he gets out there, he'll know more. He doesn't really do the Facebook thing very often, but he might do Facebook Live. We'll find out. But yeah, it would be cool if we could play a game, Janine. I don't know how that would work. It would be cool if we could, well, I'm not technologically advanced to do it, but if we did the Zoom thing and we played Pictionary or something, that could be fun. By himself, Gary. Last year he went with his mom. I think this year he's going to go by himself. Although we didn't really even talk about where he's going, so I think he's going up to the Sierras, but I'm not entirely sure. I hope the boys are doing well. I bet they're both huge now. Oh, my sister's kids, you mean? Yes. It's actually Peyton's birthday today. Happy birthday, Peyton! He turned 13. They're teenagers now. Braden is taller than me, and I'm sure Peyton is going to be taller than me when I get home this year. He actually doesn't sleep on the ground, Gary. He sleeps on the back of his car, which is an Element. So he can put like a pretty good sized mattress in there, and he sleeps inside there. And then he has a tent outside where he keeps all his stuff. I don't know how to do a Zoom, James, and like put it up here. I mean, we could do a Zoom, certainly, and just all chat on Zoom, but I don't know how I would put it here. That's like one step above what I'm going to be able to, what I'm going to be able to do on here. Tom, hello. I'm all by myself, no co-host today. I'm going to be by myself for a week. Oh, yes, Leanne. I also worry for that reason because he's out there alone. He's very good, though, in the woods. Like, of all people to be out in the woods with, like, I'm a woodsy guy myself. Not to freak you out, but one time we were camping when we first met in, like, 1999. We were camping, and we thought we heard a bear in the woods, so we picked up the whole entire tent and put it in the back of the truck and slept at night. So I think and because he's in the Element, I'm not as worried, too, because it's kind of, you know, the car's locked and he's out. So that's good. Now we need to talk to Cory. He needs to tell you where he is for safety. Yes. Yes. Do not know Pat, but mom to mom. Yes. Yes, Auntie. He will probably, he'll keep in touch. We do message periodically. You know, if I had my way, I would be messaging all the time because I'm a worrier, but I try to give him his space. Oh, thank you, Tom. I hope I'll be great. It's definitely not, I think it's not as fun when, you know, Cory and I aren't here bantering with each other. And then I try to keep you guys entertained. What? Taller than you? Yeah, they're definitely taller than you now, Ross. For sure. Oh, bye, Gary. Gary, going to sleep in Essex, everyone. Say goodnight. Listen, if my dad can figure all this out, you better step it up. Well, I prefer to farm. So I'm gonna keep up with the farm part. Does he do this? But does he do the Zoom and do a show at the same time, James? Like, I can do a Zoom. I know how to do that. But as far as doing a Zoom and putting it into the show, I think that's a step above my technological advancement. We'll see though. Maybe Cory will learn me some stuff when he gets back tonight before he leaves. Now that I know how to do this, although I don't know what he did to get sound, so hopefully the sound will still work tomorrow. We'll find out, I guess. I definitely got to figure out the lighting situation because I look really, really pale. Thank you, Auntie. Have a good night. Hopefully we get to see you soon. Ooh, I just got your message, Janine. That would be fun. I would love to. I'm going to look at this and see if we can figure out a way to play a game. I don't know what that will be like how I would make it work on here. Oh, we could do the Zoom and I'll just hold it up. Oh, goodness. And about 30 minutes before the show, I realized that my iPad was indeed not charged. So I panicked and I messaged Cory because he was in here watching TV, so I didn't want to bother him. I messaged him and I was like, "Are you doing the show with me today? Am I doing it by myself? What's going on?" And then he said that I could, this is what my plan is for when he's gone. So fortunately, he let me do this while he went and did some stuff because my iPad was dead because I did not prepare ahead of time. Whoops. But I'll try to figure out some items for a game. Do you guys hear the birds? They're going crazy outside right now. What else? James, I went to the store today. Did you hear me tell you that? It's the first time in 3 months I've been to a grocery store. I did it for my tortoises. Oh, I'm going to quit hitting the table. Going to be slightly less animated, I guess. Yeah, he'll definitely keep in touch with Pat, Leanne. So I don't worry too much because he'll definitely keep in touch with her. But we live together, so when we get away from each other for a little vacation, we tend to separate as much as possible. When I go to Maine, I try not to message him every single day, even though I want to, because my children are here and I'm worried about them, and I'm hoping that, everything is going all right. And I want to message every single minute, but I don't. So I also try to do the same thing when he's gone, because I don't want him to get me. I thought those were outside my window, no joke. Oh, you did? Yeah, the sparrows are going crazy outside here. We have a little flock of sparrows that lives outside here, and they just had some babies. So the babies were going crazy this morning. They've also started eating with the girls in the morning. It used to be the girls would kind of chase them away, but now they're just like, "Oh, I don't care. You guys can eat the stuff we don't eat." So they come in and they eat like the oat groats and the corn that the girls don't like. So it ends up working out well. And then I have a little like bird bath situation. It's like a little, the concrete bird bath I have out back, Ross. And I just dump that out every day. And the girls drink out of that and the birds drink out of it. So there's a little ecosystem going on out there. I did not wear gloves, James, at the grocery store, and I was freaked out because I had to touch the keypad to do my purchase. and I did not get to sanitize my hands from the grocery store till home. But when I got home, I used the hand sanitizer and did my keys, and I'll probably go out and do my steering wheel tomorrow. Hi, Sandra. But I did wear my mask. You know, I'm definitely wearing my mask all the time, and I'm trying not to touch my face. For those of you who do not know me that well, one of my nervous tics, and this, fortunately, Kurt helps me out with this, is I pick at my lip when I'm nervous. I just, like, I don't know. I just pick at my lip. I don't know why. So the more nervous I get, the more I pick at my lip. Oh, here's Rhonda. So I've been trying to consciously not do that. So I, of course, didn't touch my face. I kept my mask on until I walked in my house so that I would not touch my face. But I definitely was kind of freaked out about that. You're either going to have to lie down, my dear, or go elsewhere. Ow, ow, that's your claw. Put a coffee table by your door. Well, that's where my sanitizer is, James. But I did not realize that I was... Okay. Bye-bye! I did not realize that I was going to the grocery store today. So I did not bring it with me. Grocery store by me, put plastic wrap over the keypad. Yeah, that's the thing, Tom. Like, if people are just touching it all the time, it's the same thing. So, you know, I tried touching it. Okay, so I tried putting my sweatshirt over it first, over my finger, but it, like, canceled the transaction. So he had to do it again. Frickin' Rhonda. No, that was Rhonda jumping off the jumping off the desk, and she knocked over this little thing where Cory has all his little pieces of obsidian in, because she can't just jump off it like a normal animal. She has to knock everything over. And she spilled the rubbing alcohol you got in, Kurt. And she put a hole in my hand. Twit. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I was glad to stay home, because knowing how much I touch my face, I did not want to be out and about. So I was happy to stay home for that reason and not go to any grocery stores. But I washed my hands quite a bit when I got home. I sanitized them. I sanitized my keys. So I'm pretty vigilant about washing my hands to begin with, because I'm already germophobic. So, like, when all this happened and people were going crazy with, like, washing their hands and stuff, I'm like, I already wash my hands like 700 times a day anyway, so I'm not too worried. And as you guys know, Cory tested positive for antibodies and was sick with COVID, and we were quarantined in the house together, and I did not get sick. So I'm guessing that I probably got some of it in me. I probably have antibodies in me anyway. So I also don't want to, like, freak out too much, because I'm already always freaking out anyway. So I just kind of bucked up, went to the grocery store, stood on the dots, went through, tried not to touch anything that I knew that, you know, was not safe. Well, now that I have a hole in my hand from Rhonda, oh, I'll use some of this rubbing alcohol that Rhonda spilled. Ooh, that stings. But yeah, I washed, sanitized. When I put the groceries in the fridge, I washed my hands again with soap and water. And then I went back and sanitized my hands again. But yeah, I definitely worry about that sort of thing, James. Yes, her butt is in trouble, Kurt. Oh, there's 2 holes in my hand, actually. She's quite the drama queen, so she can't just jump down normal. She has to knock everything in the world down. And I don't know how this was situated, so hopefully when Cory gets back, he's not going to be like, what happened? See, it's this little dish of items she knocked off. Nothing fell on the floor, that's good. What are we looking at for your time here? Oh, it's 5:55. I think so, Janine. The guy in front of me definitely was. You know? I try to make such infrequent contact with people that I can't tell you. Hold on. Lady in front of me walking in had a mask. Guy in the aisle stocking stuff had a mask. Guy walking towards me did not have a mask. Guy stocking stuff had a mask. Guy checking me out had a mask, but I feel like maybe his nose was showing. But they also have the plexiglass partitions there, so that was different. Yeah, I feel like the 2 people in front of me had masks. I don't know about the other checkers, though. People outside definitely did not. People by my car, when I went to put stuff out there, did not. Yeah. Here's the thing, Janine. My brain wants to look for stuff like that, but I also get angry about stuff like that, so I can't. Hey, don't do that. She's in trouble right now. I have to kind of shut that out of my brain while it's happening because I don't want to run my mouth. I feel like all stores passively require it, like on a little sign. But I feel like maybe some of them, like I went to Smart and Final, and they're not like the best at customer service. So I feel like people would get in without having that said. Trader Joe's, probably people would say something. There's actually a rant recently from San Diego of a lady that was having a fit about it. But yeah. I think the first checker had one on. Well, that only works visually. I wish I could say the same about my hearing. With the grocery store too, Janine, it's the whole thing. I just am very focused because I only go to the grocery store when I have to get stuff for the tortoises. And I just go where I need to go to the other place I need to go, then go to the checkout line. Because I can't with people at the grocery store. I didn't actually start going to the grocery store until I got the tortoises. Pika, actually. My smaller ones, I was able to kind of fake it Cory would get me a head of lettuce every now and then, but with pica, as you know, I got to get a case of lettuce pretty much every 2 weeks. So fortunately, Kurt and Cory have gotten it for me the past 3 months, but now it's back to me. I don't like it, but for my animals, I'll do it. For myself, I won't, but for the animals, I will. Rhonda is in so much trouble. Look at her, cleaning herself over there like she's just fine. Are you cleaning the blood off off your hands? I don't know which way to go. Dun, 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 dun. It's 6 o'clock, and all's well. Although I haven't heard the crow. Might have to ask Mrs. Crow to go out there and crow for us. All right. So the next couple days, it'll be me. Probably this whole week, it'll be me. Because I'm guessing he's probably going to try to leave tomorrow. So maybe I'll let you guys know if he's going to do some sort of show from the road. Oh, there he is. Yay, the crow. Oh, and a baby crow. I love to hear a baby crow. There's actually a crow standing outside my car at Smart and Final today when I parked, trying to eat ketchup packets. Normally I would have picked him up, but I don't pick anything up right now. Oh, thank you, Ross. And thank you for sending the crow out, Janine. You know, the people miss him when he's not here. So, excuse me. Oh, thank you, Tom. That's very sweet. So tomorrow I will be back, and I will hopefully be restreaming onto YouTube and Facebook. I'll see if he can teach me things tonight before he leaves, because I'm guessing he'll leave tomorrow. So we'll find out. But thank you guys all for joining me, and hopefully we'll keep you entertained. I know. I love that the crow comes out, Ross. You know, gotta have the crow for every show. People get sad when he's not there. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe this week you guys will be able to meet Janine. I mean, I know you guys met her a little bit on Zoom recently. Carol, the crow is actually our next door neighbor, James. He crowed one day for us and then continued to crow. So you've met James. Janine and James. Carol, who is messaging right now, used to live across the street, but now lives in Oregon. So we're still keeping in touch, still keeping this little community together. It was nice of you to join, Carol. I'm heading out for the evening, but I'll be back tomorrow at 5 if you want to join tomorrow too. Thank you guys. Oh, thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely am more entertaining than Cory's here. You know, you guys like our banter. Okay, you guys. I don't know how to turn this off, so I'm gonna... Oh, Washington. Sorry. I always think you're in Oregon. I don't know why, Carol. Carol's in Washington. Good night, Ross, and Kurt, and Janine, and Leanne, and Carol, and James, and anybody else I might be forgetting. I will see you guys tomorrow, and all of you have a very good night.